So you've obviously got to do a lot of different collaborations with different people while going to school. Kind of going down the board, if you were given the opportunity to be able to collaborate with anybody that's in the game right now, let it be personally, Luna Blue, who would you want to do something with? Who's your aspiration for collaboration? You've got to do some really unique things already, especially working with a 30-piece orchestra. That's an opportunity that most bands will never, ever get to see, but it's just because you had the opportunity while being in school and studying music, which is phenomenal. So you've already got to really test the waters with some things, but where do you think you would want to try if just given the free opportunity to work with anyone?
Pendulum, why not?
That would be sick.
You want a drum and bass album? I'll give you a drum and bass album. We can do it.
Oh, mate. I'd love that. Pendulum or the Prodigy. That'd be sick. Yeah. Go on, then. Chaser Status.
Prodigy might be a bit difficult these days.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's one, then it's rest in power, Keith.
Yeah.
That's one, and the band is still moving forward. So I noticed that recently that they were working on finishing some stuff that they had left over with Keith, some new stuff. So the Prodigy will still go on. I don't think Keith would be satisfied if they stopped. I know he was a huge part of it, but I think themselves, Liam and everybody else, I think they'd all just want to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's good. That is good.
But there's more Prodigy in the future. I mean, it'll be different, but I think it would be a disservice to Keith's memory if they were to stop, especially where the type of band it is. Some bands, they wouldn't be able to, but I think with the Prodigy, they can still continue forward and still do what everybody loves and still honor Keith in a very great light.
Yeah, of course.
You're speaking right.
Prodigy are like my teenage years, man. I remember Omen was my ringtone for like 5 years from when I was like 12 until I was like 17. Yeah. They're a sick band.
Oh, absolutely. And even the last album they put out with Keith in 2018.
Yeah. Oh god, that was gorgeous. That one.
Just still going strong. So we have Pendulum and the Prodigy. Who else would you guys want to work with if given the opportunity?
Foals.
Yeah.
Did we both just say Foals?
Yeah.
Ben Folds?
Sorry?
Foals, yeah.
Folds?
Yeah, Two Door Cinema Club. Any of them.
I thought you were saying Ben Folds for a second, like Ben Folds.
Oh, right.
Foals, yeah. Don Broco as well. I think a Don Broco collab would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. How well known are Foals out in the States?
What's that?
How well known are Foals out in the States? Because they're British. I don't know how.
I have never heard of them until this conversation.
Oh, you
Really?
need to listen to those.
Wow.
You should listen to Foals. They're very good.
They're really, really good. They're like at the top of their game of the indies.
Like, every time somebody says anything, I add it to this little notebook right here because you're not.
You put Phil Jarter on there.
You should check this out. I'm like, I'm gonna keep a master list.
Have you put Phil Jarter on there?
What's that?
Have you put Phil Jarter on there?
I did.
Make sure
How do you spell Phil Jarter, by the way?
It's Vildhjarta. They're like
That is-
Swedish or something.
I was not close. Now, thanks to
That's
this
funny.
helpful video, I'll be able to spell it out and find it in the search.
Yeah, that's funny. A personal goal for me who I want to perform with in the future or so. This has just been like my lifelong dream ever since I saw that Nirvana reunion in 2012. I just want to have a jam with Dave Grohl and Paul McCartney. I think that would be so sick. That would be amazing.
You're not the
I
first,
don't know how it happened, but it'd be brilliant.
you're not the first artist to say that they want to work with Dave Grohl on this show. I've had a couple other artists already that their aspiration for collaboration is Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's so versatile, you know?
Oh, he's amazing. Did you watch his 20-minute video of just him playing 7 different instruments?
Yes. And he's
amazing.
He's unbelievable. You know, he can go from obviously the Foo Fighters, but to like Queens of the Stone Age, Nine Inch Nails, to them Crooked Vultures. Like, he is just insane. I love them Crooked Vultures. You got
They're good.
John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin on there. It's so good. Anybody else? Anybody else you'd like to work with if given the opportunity?
Oh, Flea would be amazing. Just
Flea,
jamming
yeah.
out
Oh,
with
what?
Flea
Just
would be
just get
sick.
me out. Replace me with him.
Yeah, please.
I mean, if you're gonna get Flea, you might as well go get Figiante on it too, because John's a good guitarist.
He's back.
And he is going back into the
I
joint.
know. I can't believe he's actually come back. I'm so happy.
Really glad, because honestly, like I saw them on a Californication tour. It was the first time seeing the Chili Peppers, and that was unbelievable. That was 21 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
That was
mental.
cool.
it was them and the Foo Fighters on Learn to Fly, and it was huge because that was like my first big arena show. I'd seen a couple smaller shows before that, and I mean, still big bands, but that was like my first big like arena show, and I'd never seen anything like it at the time. And I mean, Dave Grohl, even then in 1999, came for the crowd with a wireless guitar, just running the solo for Monkey Wrench, just not missing a beat, had a headset on, just screaming as he's going through the crowd, just a complete showman, never missed a beat. And there's something to be said about that, you know? I know he's not everybody's cup, but I don't think there's anything the man can't do.
Oh, he's brilliant. I remember seeing the Foo Fighters on the Break a Leg tour, because you know he broke his leg falling off the stage, and he had gigs. The Foo Fighters had gigs after that they had to cancel, and I was meant to go to one of those gigs, so I got a full refund and a ticket to the ones that they rescheduled, and I got to see him perform in that massive throne that he did in that gig, and it was
awesome.
He's just brilliant. He's just so funny, and not just if you notice this when you've seen him, that you find yourself occasionally more enjoying the between songs than the actual songs themselves, because he's just had so many fantastic and weird stories happen to him in his musical career. He just starts talking to the crowd about them. I remember he spent like 10 minutes between two songs talking about the first time he met Iggy Pop, because Iggy Pop was supporting him on those two gigs. And it was just, he's just such a, I love him.
He's a treat. He's just one of those well-rounded human beings, you know?
Yeah.
And people like them, you know, make the world a better place.
Mm.
So we got some different, you know, obviously ideas for collaborations and things that you love to do. What is the band currently up to? I mean, obviously we're all kind of doing what we're doing right now here in quarantine and whatnot, but what are you guys doing to stay busy?
As a band or individually?
All together. Roll the dice, sure. A little bit of column B.
Yeah. Well, we're currently releasing new music. We released a new single, was it 3 weeks ago now? Can't look at you. Five weeks ago. Fuck.
That's enough.
Yeah. So we released a new single 5 weeks ago. We've got another one on the way in like 2 months. Is that right?
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
that yet.
about
Are we not? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're releasing another one in about 2 months. So we're just keeping the ball rolling. So we're just doing more of the same stuff, just without gigging. We're kind of doing some online gigs and stuff. Tom, you know what's happening. I'm never on it. You tell.
You guys are doing some live streaming performances?
Yeah, we've been doing lots of pre-recorded stuff because unfortunately none of us could be in lockdown together.
Yeah.
Which, just saying, imagine if all four of us were in lockdown right now. Like the amount of tunes which we'd be coming out with. Like I am gutted that we're not. It would be great.
Well, that I understand. If I had started this show 3 months ago, I'd have a lot more content, but I was actually working on 2 albums simultaneously. I think I wrote 30 songs in 45 days.
Yeah, so I think Ryan's just frozen. Look at him. Oh no, Ryan's gone. His Wi-Fi's out. His Wi-Fi's been cutting out every now and again.
That's so.
What are we talking about?
Back and join. But so You've been just trying to stay busy, working on music individually. So it sounds like you've got releases that have been planned for the summer anyways. So it's not the quarantine, and it's not going to be a detriment to getting new music out there.
Yeah,
No.
and we're going back in the studio in July anyway, so...
Oh, phenomenal. Are you doing a full length?
No, we're just going to release 4 singles. We haven't got the money to do a full-length album. Yeah, unfortunately, we'd like to, but... Yeah.
So, what is the new single?
The new single released 5 weeks ago was a song called Away With You. Yeah, it was released 5 weeks ago.
Nice. We're gonna.
It had a music video and everything.
It might even be longer at this point when the episode airs, so it might be 8 weeks at this point. So, dates may vary depending on air.
Okay. So when did we release it? Is it the 30th? Was it the 15th of May? Mid-May?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yes, released on the 15th of May. The
Yeah,
feedback
so
has
it's
been really, really good.
So, and that's what the first I'd heard of you guys, and you guys are. Oh, and Ryan's coming back. Here we go.
Yeah, good lad.
Hey, round of applause, Ryan. Welcome back.
Woo!
Come on. It's almost
Yeah! Woo!
He's back. Yeah. Yo, Ryan.
He's gone again. He's frozen again.
Oh,
no! That's brilliant. Look at his little face.
I wish it would. It's sound censored. So if it made a sound, we'd get to see his face right now. It's frozen so quickly. Oh man!
This is what life is like in this band. We just rip the shit out of each other all the time. There's no break.
I don't think it's any different from any band. I mean, and it's just kind of a it's a camaraderie, and it's not everybody exchanges their love that way, but myself included, that's the way. If I'm not ribbing at you a little bit, then then maybe we're not as close as you might have thought.
Yeah.
So definitely sounds like you guys got some great things coming out this summer. Definitely looking forward to it. We'll try it again with Ryan. If you're able to send over the live performances that you guys are doing later on this summer, would love to check them out here on the mixtape. Yay!
Sure.
Hey, there we go.
Awesome.
Sorry.
We had an applause and a whole thing. We're not
No.
not going to go through it again.
Sorry, my
had your
Wi-Fi
chance.
just keeps dropping tonight. I don't know.
That's okay.
Sorry.
It happens. So it definitely sounds like you all are staying busy, staying positive, which is really good. Good sense of humor is important right now, just to try to stay as optimistic as we can in these crazy times that we're all in. Before we part ways, do you have any thoughts, messages to the world that you'd like to share with anyone?
Stay safe.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Or do if you want to end
Unless
up
they're
like,
going cheap.
I don't know.
If you're thinking about picking up an instrument, don't hesitate. Do it.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Be yourself. If the rest of the band tells you you're weird, that's usually a good thing. Don't change.
No, it's not. Free.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get bullied for being ginger, then just cry and accept it. Don't dye your hair. Get over it.
Brutal.
If you're shit at singing, go to Spoons, get drunk, then get better.
Oh, man.
I just thought no one in America knows what Spoons is, do they?
No.
God, no.
It's
Keep it a
a
mystery.
chain of
Keep it a
it's a
mystery.
chain of like kind of shitty pubs in the UK, like that's really cheap, and yeah, everyone just goes
I
drunk.
like the tour of these shitty pubs because those are kind of some of my favorites.
There's literally
there's a guy
Wetherspoons
that
in
did that.
every single town in pretty much every single town in England. So how many Wetherspoons are there? There's like 140 in the UK, isn't there? Is that right?
I've never counted, mate.
If you guys want to go on a spoon tour, you should just go around and just play Spoon's locations.
I can only imagine that being really depressing.
This is England?
The spoons.
Glorifying it
Everyone.
more in my head than what it truly is, probably.
Oh no. So I've been to everyone's done this before. I've been to Spoons for breakfast when you're hungover because they do a really good fry up, decent breakfast. Every time I've done that, there's been just a really sad looking man at the bar at 10 in the morning, just with a pint of ale, just like. Every
How's
time.
my life gotten to this point?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I can't say I haven't been there, and can't say that I won't be there again.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What happens at lockdown stage?
Or a cry. There's nothing like an ale and a cry at 10 a.m., you know?
Oh, yes.
Oh, goodness. I really appreciate you all joining me. This has been a ton of fun, and I would love for you all to come back when you guys release your next single. And definitely when you do your live performances, send me over some links. So when it's airing, I'll be sure to tell everybody here on the mixtape to check it out.
Yeah, we'd love that. Thank you, man. We
Love to
had a
come
great
back.
time as well.
Oh,
Love to
thank
come
you.
back.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
So where can we find Luna Blues music? So
Everywhere. Spotify. Are we on Deezer as well?
I think so. Yeah, Amazon
Yeah,
Music,
why not?
Deezer, Amazon Music, YouTube,
Apple Music, because it's not
Yeah.
iTunes.
Apple Music, SoundCloud, Bandcamp.
Everywhere, I think.
Yeah, everything. And then we've
So
also
on
got our
all
social
streaming
media as well. We've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow us on everything. We're all over this.
Follow
You
us on
can't miss
MySpace.
us.
Well,
On Bebo.
All right.
so it's like I'm on everything. Thank you all so much, Nick, Ryan, Sebastian. Thank you all for joining me tonight here on the mixtape. My guest has been Luna Blue, hailing from Brighton, UK. Thank you all so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Man.
Cheers.